What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. Well, today it came out that the DA, the district attorney's office, in this Haro case, enacted a Perkins operation. And for those of you guys who don't know what a Perkins operation is, let me give you the definition that I got from ChatGPT. It is an undercover jailhouse operation where law enforcement places an undercover officer or paid informant into close proximity with a suspect, often in jail, in the booking area, holding cell, or cell block, to elicit incriminating statements. The suspect believes they're talking to a fellow inmate, unaware the person is working for police. The conversation is typically audio and sometimes video recorded. This is something that's been going on for decades here in California. I don't know if they have it. I'm sure they have it in other states. I don't know what they call it. I don't know if it's called a Perkins operation over there as well. But I remember in the county jail, when I was fighting my case, it was used against a couple people that I remember clearly, high profile cases. And it got the convictions. One guy was actually about to sign a plea. He had killed his wife or girlfriend. And he was about to sign his plea the next day. And because he thought he had already verbally agreed to the deal, he thought it was locked in, and he bragged to an informant. And when he went to court the next day, the DA said, the deal's off the table. We're charging you with murder. We're sticking to it. And the guy wound up getting second-degree murder in trial. Now, with Jake, this dude told this informant, whoever was placed around him, he bit the hook. But I'm at a point where I believe this dude is a psychopath. I believe he's a narcissist, and he's a habitual liar. I think that Jake Haro has so many skeletons in his closet that he can never tell the truth about anything. When talking to this informant, Jake Haro told the informant that he had been asleep and that baby Emmanuel was in bed with him, and that in his sleep, Jake rolled over and accidentally killed baby Emmanuel. When he was asked what he did with the body, Jake said he threw the body in the trash. I'm going to go ahead and agree to disagree. Jake didn't accidentally do anything. And the proof in that is throwing a damn baby in the trash. It's not trash, Jake. It's your son. And you should have dialed 911. And you should have told him, I was asleep and I rolled over and I did this, and can you help? I need somebody to do something. Something that an innocent person would do. Something that someone who accidentally hurt their flesh and blood would do. For someone to just like, oh, damn, I did, fuck, who cares? And just throw it in the trash like a dirty diaper. Jake Haro, I'm telling you, he's as scurvy as they come. He shouldn't have been released. He shouldn't have been out. He should have got a life sentence for what he did to his daughter. The judge in that case, hey, if you have any type of conscience, this is going to haunt you forever. And I'm sorry to say that, but it's true. What is wrong with our system here in this country where children can be battered and abused physically, mentally, sexually, and still be placed, still be kept in the same home. I said the other day when Gunnar and I were live, I would prefer to hear the news that a CPS officer took a child from a home and it was a wrong decision and the home was safe. I would rather hear that than to hear the evening news that CPS failed to fucking save a child and then something like this happens. A monster says that they just threw their son in the trash like nothing and moved on. Went about his day. And Rebecca is still sticking to her story. The Ola story. She deserves whatever she gets. At what point do motherly instincts kick in? Obviously never, because she has no children now. She is going to prison for the rest of her life. And I look at her eyes, out of the two of them, her eyes are empty. There's nothing there. That woman, that individual, yeah, I'm sure she was beaten. She stays with a black eye. She's had a black eye for months. But she stayed there. And she kept her child there. The first time that Jake put his hands on her, she should have got her kids and said, I'm out of here. But no. She stuck around. Made excuses for him, probably. Knowing what happened with Jake's daughter, she had a child with Jake. And the first time that Jake abused his son, Rebecca stayed. And probably made excuses for that as well. Neither one of these people loved that child. I can't believe that Jake, even when he doesn't know he's talking to an informant, he's still lying. He's trying, like when I try to wrap when you try to wrap your head around what people do, if you can't do what that person does, then you're never going to be able to wrap your head around it. I could never hurt a child. I would never let anything happen to a child, let alone my child. That baby was brutalized. I'm going to say it in every video. I know I'm saying it in every video, and I'm going to continue to say it in every video. Baby Emmanuel was brutalized. Baby Emmanuel was on this earth for 7 months that we know about and never once felt love in his home. But I guarantee he still loved the two people who were abusing him, who were brutalizing him, and who wound up taking his life. Imagine that. You look at the baby's pictures, and I'm telling you, the last picture, the one that we're seeing the most of, you look at those eyes and there's nobody home. They look just like his sister's eyes. And she has 3% brain function. From being shaken, from being strangled, from being beaten. It's real convenient that this body, the baby's body, baby Emmanuel's body, isn't being found. I think we all know why. I think the same exact injuries that his sister suffered, baby Emmanuel suffered. And the slap on the wrist that Jacob got, or that, excuse me, that Jake got from the first damn judge, it smartened him up. He realized what he needed to do the next time he beats a child of his own. The next time he brutalizes one of his children. He knows what to do now. He learned from the courts. Our system is so quick to prosecute a man who defends his store from thieves. Prosecute a man who defends his home from burglars and intruders. And yet doesn't protect the most innocent. The ones who can't defend themselves whatsoever. Our system isn't going to protect them. We need to make this a high-profile case, and things need to change. Laws need to change. How in the hell could a baby girl go through so much, have so many injuries, and the father gets a slap on the fucking wrist? I did time in prison with guys who were gang members in a shootout with another gang member, didn't kill anybody, but were found guilty of attempted murder and received a life sentence and sat in jail for over 20 years before they were released. And this fucking monster brutalizes his own child, his little girl, and now his little boy, but his little girl, and he's back out on the streets to brutalize his son. He's not going to ever get out again, but that doesn't heal his daughter. It doesn't bring back his son. We got to do better. That's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out of here.